you feel this way, but like when we hear like old fighters' names, I think of like say Nate Diaz. Like we think of UFC.
Yeah,
we think of they stand out. They're always going to be there. But when you hear somebody's last name very similar to yours, like I was like, where the hell did that name come from?
Yeah,
like, that's such a wild name.
Yeah, I remember when first started saying names. You're like, I said Angel Blancarte. You're like, well, that's a name.
That's one of the most unique names I've ever heard. Yeah. But it sounds like it goes with boxing.
Yeah,
or it goes with that sport that person does. So like Michael Jordan, you're always going to think of basketball.
Yeah,
Angel Blancarte,
sure.
you're always going to think of
that.
Nehemiah Chapman. Same thing. Like I was like those aren't names that you hear like, oh, my buddy's name's Nehemiah Chapman. Like it's not some like white dude that we're hanging out, going out to. Bit. Yeah, we're not going out to go move furniture. Like he's going to fuck some people up usually. But no, like, do you have family here? Like in town,
I got my great grandma, my aunt. I don't got a lot of family here, but I got a couple.
I mean, the name's it's so unique. It's not even funny.
Well, didn't your mom go to high school here?
Yeah,
for a short time?
for like a couple months, and then she went back to Mexico.
And her last name is Blancarte?
Yeah, her last name is Blancarte Velasquez.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
Yeah.
Velasquez sounds normal. Like, I hung out with a lot of Velasquez.
Yeah, because my great grandpa is Velasquez. That's where it comes from.
Or, like, I knew Juarez. I knew you don't hear, but, like, those names like Nate Diaz or Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's name is so unique to itself. Like, there's no other name out there that you can... Like, you shouldn't be able to call somebody Mike Tyson. Like, it should be... That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
He's got the patent.
Names should come with patents. So, like, it should be unique. Like, I mean, that's the only thing that you share with anybody else typically is your name. But, like, not last names. Blancarte is one of those. So, like, you should feel pretty unique for yourself like that.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody just saying, like, oh...
It's like Gadberry.
Yeah.
There's not very many of them.
Oh, yeah. I knew one Gadberry, but they're spelled differently, I found out.
Yeah.
So
there's some of them around here, but we're not related to them.
And my name, like, it sounds like I'm racing cars. Like Ricky Bobby Casey. Like
Ricky Bobby Casey.
That's all it is. Like
2 syllables.
Yeah. No Nehemiah Chapman and no Angel Blancarte is racing fucking NASCAR. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because like I said, I haven't heard anybody same name with, like, Blancarte. Like,
how do you pronounce it? Like, if I was to say it, like, do you say it with, like, anything at the end of it? Just Blancarte.
Yeah, Blancarte.
So, Blancarte?
Blancarte.
See, like as a ring announcer, I got to know how to do things. Like, when I'm saying people's names, like Jose Gerardo, like, I can't roll my R's. I'm not even going to try. I have to fill my throat with spit to roll my R's.
You got to put the accent on them.
Yeah. So, like, when I do it, like, certain names, like, they just roll off better. There's a wrestler that I say his name is Remington Roar. So it just sounds like a titan that's getting ready to go fight for, like, go kill some people.
Yeah.
But, like, your name's got to, like, roll off people's tongue. Angel Blancarte, like, that's got to get a crowd loud as shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people do get it right. Some people get it wrong. Like, in nationals, like, there's this lady that does a pretty good job. Like, it make it sound like, oh, like that energy, you know?
Yeah, is it the
same lady at nationals?
Is it the same lady that always does them? The black gal?
I think that.
Yeah, she gets into it. Like, it's she's all about it. Because I've been there when she walked up to people and asked them how to pronounce their name because she wanted to get it right.
That's embarrassing. Like, when you say somebody's name wrong, and, like, the idea is to get the crowd pumped to see. Yeah,
I don't remember her name, but she'd been doing it for a couple years, and I think she actually did a couple podcasts down there, or maybe not podcasts, but interviews. Because she's got the voice for it. You know?
she does, because she just make it sound like Angel. Blancarte.
Yeah, like, she gets into it.
Yeah,
so.
that, like,
you need a Bruce like, there's a reason Bruce Buffer's job exists, and it's strict. Like, Mike Buffer's brother has done all the boxing. Like, what's weird is that they found out that they were brothers at 30.
Later in life.
He was 30. Like, that's wild. Like, 90s. I think he just started doing UFC when they found out that they were brothers. Really? Same last name, same job, 2 total different announcing, like, styles. But like, I think Bruce has taken the echelon just a tad higher. He's got more. I mean, Mike Buffer is perfect for what he does. It's boxing. And the new people that are doing boxing, I've noticed that they don't get as excited about it like Bruce Buffer does. Like, it's more professional and more like, how do you say, like, HR friendly.
Yeah,
like
the guy they got for Riyadh season.
Is it the guy that's on Netflix that did
He's
Mike
got
Tyson?
Beard, glasses, and some long dreads.
Yeah, that's not the good. This guy was clean shaved.
He's not rocking it like Buffer did.
Neither Buffers, but like Mike Buffer, he sounded the part, not just rolling things off the tongue. I mean, just to say let's get ready to rumble. I think you have to pay so much money just to say it.
I think so. I've heard that. I don't know if it's true, but I know I've heard that. It's his moniker, I guess.
Yeah. Like he trademarked it or he copyrighted it. Like, do you get pumped when you hear your name announced like that? Like somebody that gets into it, like Bruce Buffer?
Yeah, I do. Like it just like gives you like the little adrenaline before you,
especially in front of a home crowd.
Yeah,
dude.
Well, I haven't had the privilege of just being hometown.
Hopefully, you're about to, right?
Yeah, in Wichita, and
you've had a few fights here.
Oh yeah, but like a national tournament.
Oh, gotcha.
Like what I'm talking about. Like people from Texas, they're over there, and they just like you hear your
those guys got to get lit.
Yeah, yeah. Because I had to hear at the Memorial Hall. I got one of them shows because it's hard for me to find fights. For my weight class, it's like not a lot of big guys, and. That day I was gonna fight, and then just like everybody, just like the guy come up to me, he was like, "What? Like how you pronounce your last name? How this and that?" And I was just like getting excited, like this type of nerve, like what I'm talking about, and just like you want to just whoop somebody when you start doing that, you know what I'm talking about?
For the longest time, I had Bruce Buffer's. It was my text message. It was it's time for the longest time. Like it's time.
Oh, when
like
you
that.
got a text message,
yeah, you gotta have that. Like. It adds to the excitement. Like even if I don't know who's fighting and he does that, like that still gets me pumped for this fight. I wish that boxing did that.
Yeah,
like it was more. I guess like the new people that did Mike Tyson's fight. Like I didn't get the pump that I got from like a Bruce Buffer. Yeah. But it was still cool to listen to. Like because you don't know how some people's names are said, and that's why. So like if somebody said Blancarte, I was like, is that how you say it?
Yeah. Am I saying it? Am I getting this right?
It just sounds weird. Like it doesn't. It sounds too right to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's been a couple times like Luis Zuniga in Nebraska one time. They announced him as Luis Salazar. Like, what are you talking about? His name doesn't. If you sounded it out, there's no way you'd come up with Salazar.
And there's a couple of them, like in wrestling, I get new people every single time, and like some of them are so simple, like Kyle Long. That's the guy's name was. It was Kyle King, and you're not familiar with football. There's a football player who's an offensive lineman. His name was Kyle Long, and I don't know why the wrestler's name was Kyle King. That's what he told me to write down on the card, and that's what I intended on saying. But the word Kyle Long came out. I was like, son of a bitch! Like, and he walks out from behind the curtain and opens his drawers and looks in. And he goes, "No, I'm not." I was like, "What the fuck?" So
yeah, it happens a lot. Like Francis Ngannou when he first started. Fighting for the UFC, nobody went up and asked him how to pronounce his name. Right. So Joe Rogan's over there calling him Gano. So yeah, I think it.
And that's at the weigh-ins too. I think.
Yeah, that was when I heard it. It was at the fight, but even in the bigger promotions, little things like that seem to get missed. I think it happens a lot more than you would think. You'd think that. These guys at the top are, on top of their stuff and they're making sure all this stuff's done before fight night, but they're not.
Yeah.
So I don't beat myself up about it too much when I forget to.
But you don't have to announce it in front of like all.
Well,
people.
I usually try to give them a list.
Yeah.
And if they have any questions, and I've got that list done a week before the fight because there's definitely things that I want said in between fights.
Yeah. So. Break it down. Like make sure you say what you want said word for word. Because if I see it and then I write it,
it ain't gonna be what I want.
Well, no, like if I see what you see what you have that you want said, and I write it down, I'm gonna remember it more.
Oh,
so like it's weird. So like if I see what somebody wants, I rewrite it in my own ink.
Yeah,
it just sticks in my head better.
That makes sense. I think when you write it down yourself, you've actually had to put some thought into it. So maybe. Yeah. Maybe you remember it a little better.
Yeah. And if I didn't write it down, it didn't happen. So it's probably not going to get said. So, but why don't you tell listeners like what you just got done doing? Like I don't travel at all. I got married in Jamaica. I've been to Mexico. Been to, that's it. Jamaica and Mexico, and you've been more places than I have in twice the amount of time that I've been alive.
As a high schooler.
Why don't you tell people about a little bit what happened and how that was for you?
Well, I just got back from Bangkok. I was representing the U.S. and the national team. You know, medal, international medalist. I mean, what can I say? You know, I'm just like basically happy to be there. You know, like the experience is just being there, being in a high level amateur. You know, in different tournament. Yeah, because international, you don't say like, oh, I'm an international medalist.
Right.
Very often.
It's a different feeling than somebody who's been in, like, say, other sports and they're in a national tournament to go to the Olympics or go to, like, to qualify for something bigger.
Yeah. Definitely. You know, you got. Well, it's sometimes hard to believe because, you know, I start here, little shows going to Nebraska, here and there. Like it's for me it was like a big jump, you know, because I don't fight very often. Like I don't go. I'm not used to that fighting. You know what I'm talking about? And just jump to like a national level, and then from the national level just to international level. You know, it's a different.
Yeah, you go from like not fighting at all, or maybe fighting one time in like a couple months, to fighting 3 or 4 times in a probably 2 week time span. Yeah, is what I'm guessing.
Well, and then. You know, we were chasing these national tournaments for a couple years, and it's not always clear what happens if you win it. You know, and I would get on websites and I would ask around, but I guess I didn't fully understand what happened if you won the national tournament as a youth or as an elite boxer. I knew you got to take your shot at getting on the high performance team, but we're talking 2022, 2023. I guess I didn't fully understand what came after that. So I know Angel had been in the finals match a couple times and we lost. And when he won the nationals right before I quit for that year, I didn't fully know what was going to happen after that. So yeah, it was kind of a big surprise as far as like, well, of course I heard you were going to Germany and then going to Bangkok, and then I guess the next one's Spain. So it's a good thing that they got these guys traveling the world and competing. But you know, Hutchinson, Kansas, small gym, fairly small team. I don't know if we knew what we were in for as far as what the expectation would be, what the opportunities would be if we won one of these national tournaments. So it's kind of from a coach's perspective, it's kind of an eye opener, you know.
Right. Does something like this actually get your name out there to where you get asked to come to do other things, like to say like somebody needs to fight in that same weight class that you wouldn't normally go to, like say somebody up in Utah or Montana or something like that? Does that get attention?
You know, I haven't had any of that stuff, any of those kinds of questions posed to me. I don't know if anybody's been hitting you up. So no, it's more from the coaching perspective. It's just, I guess it's more. I'm hoping that it opens up more opportunities for Angel and for the rest of the team. You know, taking second in the world, that's a pretty big accomplishment.
How many countries were there, by the way? Do you know how many countries were part of that?
There were over 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was very similar to like an Olympic type thing.
Yeah, it was a pretty big tournament because there was a lot of more countries that were like in Germany. There was a lot of more competition because this one, it was like we start on Sunday and we went into the next Sunday. So there was a lot of people. Mexico was there.
Well, World Boxing, I think they just approved like 6 more countries to compete. in the next one. I read something about that.
Yeah, like Singapore, Spain was there.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
when you think of fighters, like all these boxers, like you're going to get a lot of people from Spain and stuff like that. Or
Yeah.
I mean, America's going to obviously have boxing, but
Yeah, like international, like
it's not like baseball. Not every team has a baseball team.
yeah. But I don't know.
But you're also like, I don't know if this is like a thing that like happens regularly, like, but you were also a captain for the team. So is that something that like they asked you, or is that something you planned for, or is that something you signed up for? How did that come about?
For that, it was basically like I was there last year, so I had like a little more experience than the people coming in. So they see I was like helping them, just telling them like, oh, you should go here and do this, or go tell them, or go ask. They'll ask me questions like when practice is gonna be, or how this is gonna be, because you were here last year.
Oh, you were just like a guidance counselor of like how things are going to flow. Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, because last year I was like the baby, like the baby that was coming in, new to the environment and all this stuff, and then now this year, like I'm the grown one, like
You had
everybody's
some seniority.
yeah, kind of basically like that.
Did it feel like a responsible job, or did you just feel like, oh, you owe that to that group, like the younger kids?
Yeah, I do. Like I feel like I owe them that, because when I got there, everybody was helping me out. I was asking questions, I was getting answers. Like nobody was like, "Oh no," they were helping me. So why would I not help them?
So they just asked you like right when you got there, hey, do you want to be a captain for the team, or is that something that like they approached you about?
No, they were actually like, they let me know. They asked me in selection, like after selection, like they were like telling us what was the score, what was this, what was that, and they asked me like, "Oh, I see you were helping them."
Okay.
And
So they noticed it before like anything ever came about. So it wasn't something that, oh, hey, I want to sign up for this. They approached you.
yeah,
so, like, that's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, they asked me, and I said, "Yeah, why not?"
Was it stressful at all?
Not really. It's not stressful. It's more like
Just one more thing under your belt that you can say, hey, I did this too, and I took second.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had to like. Well, it's not like I had to tell him what to do, but it's kind of like the coaches.
You were the buffer between the coaches and other people, so that they didn't
like
have
I
to
was
find a person.
like I was in between. Like I talked to them how they feel, and I like talk to their guys how their coaches feel.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it basically
Was that hard to like? Was there any type of like barrier from other people from states? Like, say somebody has like this problem and you've never dealt with that. Was that different for you? Like, I don't know about a style of fight or anything like that, but I'm saying if a kid had a problem with something that was going on, was that hard to relay, or is that pretty easy? Like being able to talk to other coaches that were from other states, or is that pretty across the board the same thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's really the situation. Like coaches from other states, like when these guys get selected for this team, their coach doesn't come with them.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
there's just the coaches from the
okay.
from the
That was my
Olympic
mistake.
Training Center.
Yeah.
So, and you tell me if I'm wrong, Angel. I guess when I try to imagine how those interactions go, it's probably more like, Angel, go tell so and so to get ready, or
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
he's just kind of the coach's right hand man, because
Gotcha.
the coaches, trust me, they got plenty of stuff to worry about, and your team captain, that's kind of your guy.
How many are there? Just one?
No, there's two. There's a female and a male.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, and then both of us like had to like be like, we had to cheer him, help them, like motivation. You know what I'm talking
Right.
about? Just be like, come
In the
on, push
corner,
it. Yeah, like push it. Like stay strong. Like just talk to him. Because sometimes a grown person is gonna be like, you're grown, you already live your life. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And they just like, you already live your life. But if somebody their age or close to their age be like, yo, push it, man. Like you got this. This and that. I feel like it motivates him a lot of more than just, you know what I'm talking about? Somebody that.
What was the biggest age gap there? Like you're how old now?
No, we were like almost the same age.
Okay.
Like we were all the same age. It
Not
was
like
only
a 5-year gap or anything.
No, it was only one. It was like 18, but he turned 18 like during like before he went to selection.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious if being a captain had a lot a lot more to do with like the you go out for a coin toss in football, or you have like say in like timeouts for basketball. I didn't know what the whole like captain role was, but like that seems like it's bigger than what it actually got put up there on Facebook to be.
Yeah, it's like I guess it'd be something that you're more familiar
You're like
with.
an assistant coach almost.
It'd be like more of a trustee
yeah
type position, I'd say. That's what I'd relate it to.
Did you have it? Was there any talent there that you ran into that had like, say, like you're like, damn, this kid's good, like, and you're like, shit, I shouldn't be captain. This dude's probably a little bit better than me. Like, did anybody know any more than you? Or were they all pretty much the same, like, talent base?
Well, I started 4 years ago. You know, like a lot of people.
All boxing you started 4 years ago? Oh,
yeah. Wow. But people has more experience than me. Like they got 130 fights,
Holy
120 fights. I'm in my 30 fight. You know what I'm talking about? So
Yeah. Some of those countries,
That's all they do.
they fight every weekend. I mean, we got different rules here. You know, boxers can only fight once a day. I don't know if that's the rule in other countries. There might be countries that allow their guys to fight as much as they want. I mean,
5 times a day.
yeah, who knows? I don't know.
I wouldn't want to fight more than once a day.
I wouldn't either.
So how often how many fights did you have what's the most fights that you had in one day? Or just one?
Yeah, just one. Yeah,
Okay.
you only like to fight once.
Okay, so the rules still kind of carried over with that.
Yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
yeah. Yeah, and plus, I don't feel like you want to do that to yourself. You know, like fight twice a day, 3 times a day. Like that's not worth it.
Oh, right.
Well, you know, you guys were in Thailand, and that is a fighting culture. Those they like to fight over there.
Yeah. I see some Thailand's dudes, like they're pretty slick too. Like they can fight, like get into the fight, but they can like just be slick at the same time. And I got surprised because, you know, you imagine you see the internet and you think Thailand just gonna be so aggressive. So like, but then you just go over there and see it with your own eyes and just be like, oh, they're slick too. You know?
Yeah, that guy that fought David Arrieta, he was
pretty slick.
Yeah, he was good.
There's another name, Arrieta. That just sounds like a
kid from Kansas City.
Yeah,
real good fighter.
Jake Arrieta. I know that name from somewhere. I don't know where it came from, but Arrieta just sounds like a fighter, man.
Yeah.
So, do you keep in contact with these kids after this stuff's over with? Like, do you guys like pass on phone numbers, Facebook, stuff like that, or
we have a group chat. We have a Instagram group chat, and we just be talking. You know what I'm talking about. We just be keeping in touch, like how you doing.
That's
FaceTime
awesome.
sometimes.
That's cool.
Yeah, because we got pretty close. Like, when I went there, I was just like, oh, I don't know how this is going to be. This is a different type of people, you know?
Right.
But I got along with them, like, pretty cool, pretty chill people, nice people, you know? Because I feel like some people imagine fighters, like, so aggressive. And so like, oh, desperate. But, like, no, I feel like boxers is, like, the most nice people I met.
That's how it was with. I mean, I only have done wrestling to even compare the two. Like wrestlers were more quiet than aggressive. Like they kept to themselves. Like their aggression came out on the mat, not like out in public. Like they're pretty low key. Like you're pretty mellow for like somebody who's a fighter, but like wrestling was the same way. So like the baddest dude in wrestling was never aggressive off the mat or whatever. Yeah. It all came out on the mat, and then when they were back in the locker room, it was all jokes, regular human being. So
yeah, that's how we be, like, you know what I'm talking about? We just be normal. I don't know. I feel like we don't need that aggression outside the ring because you can already take it out on the ring. You know, like, you show everything you have in the ring. Like, why would it show it up, you know?
Right.
That's why you can, like, that's why sometimes you can tell who's a real fighter and who's, like, just a show-off, you know?
Right.
Because I feel like
they don't make it very far, probably. Like, they're probably, like, the ones that are, like, the ones that do make it far that have that attitude are probably the ones that get lucky, usually. But usually, if you have a pretty good attitude, you're going to make it pretty far in almost all sports, probably.
Yeah,
we've seen a lot of over the years at Reno County Boxing. We've seen a lot of people come in there.
Nobody wants to deal with you when you have a bad attitude.
Yeah, well, and maybe they just kind of came in with the wrong idea about what that place was for. Like, this is a sport. This isn't Fight Club. Mm-hmm. And there was older people in there, 20, 21, and they'd want to join, and I'd explain to them kind of how things work. And I had one guy tell me, he's like, well, I don't know about sparring. I don't want to be beating up any kids. And I was just like, It's like, man, there's 8th graders in here that'll tune you up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have a pretty good experience. I always put it like Nemo's example, you know, because you like, was one time this dude just walks in like muscle, like he was muscular. He just walks in, he just like, you can tell like he's looking at you down.
He's sizing you up.
Yeah, he's just looking at you down, and we just like, me and him, we always been so close. Like me and him was just like, go, just like, bro, you see this.
Like John Cena just walked in the front door.
Yeah, he was just like, bro. Yeah. And then we didn't know we were gonna spar with him or anything. And I think we were getting ready for a show, and he was gonna put in the show for like be in the show.
Who was this?
I don't know his name. But he spar him. He spar him.
The guy with the bicep?
Yes.
Oh, that big bodybuilder dude, and I sparred him.
Yeah.
Dakota.
He just walks in, and we just kids, you know? Like we're in, I was in 8th grade.
Man.
Yeah, I was in 8th grade. He was a freshman, and they put Nemo. But Nemo always like, he never been like buff, but he always been strong. And Nemo like when I used to spar, I used to like spar like just go at it. You know what I'm talking about? You in the ring with me. So Richard used to put me with the new people. Like this shit was just like, just for like the people know how to take it easy.
Right.
And he put Nemo. And Nemo's over here sparring, and I see this dude just like swing on Nemo. And Nemo just like, oh, okay. And then
that's what we're doing today.
yeah. And then Nemo was just like, okay. Nemo hit it with the 1, 2, and then he hit it with the 3 in his bicep. His bicep just went out like
Pulled it off
tore it off the bone.
yeah.
Did you feel it?
Yeah, but I still didn't know what happened. It was the first time that happened with me. And what made it worse is when he came back the next time and he sparred, I accidentally did it again. It was like we kind of like
What?
collided.
How old was he?
How old was he?
Yeah, like was he like?
I don't know.
He
Was he
wasn't
like?
geriatric, obviously.
No, it's Dakota Sanders
Is-
from here in town.
He was in his
he's
20s,
probably
isn't
late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
Good sized guy, probably 6'1", 190, maybe 200 pounds. Like he's a good sized dude.
Jeez.
Nemo was like what, 121 pounds?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, at that
120,
time.
130.
yeah, around there. And I was just like,
You guys can't be letting everybody know I put you against heavyweights.
no, and it was just like, I was just like, man, I don't know all that, man.
Well, I've been humbled. I wrestled at 215. Didn't wrestle at 180 in 8th grade, and then 215 in high school. And I got humbled by 125 pounders, like Cody Garcia. Like that dude humbled the hell out of me. Like he's 100. I think he was 103 pounds when at his lightest, and 125 pounds in high school. He's a 4-time state champion. That dude humbled the shit out of me. Like I don't take people down. Like
Yeah, like with boxing, there's some weird stuff that goes on with boxing, right? Mm-hmm. And one of the things that there's a lot of people out there that would come into the gym, and for whatever reason, they fantasize, I guess, that they'll rise to the occasion. And it's like, you won't. You won't. Like it's a skill. You have to practice it. You have to train it. And it's a perishable skill. If you don't train it every day, you will lose it. And yeah, in a street fight, size matters. In a boxing ring, when the experience level is equal, size matters. But if you take a guy, say like Nehemiah, that's 130 pounds, that's been boxing for 3.5 years, and put him against a guy that's 200 pounds that's never boxed a day in his life, it's going to be a long day for the guy that's never been in there.
I wouldn't sign up.
And there's the stories about Mike Tyson tuning up a Golden Gloves champion when he was 12 years old, and everybody likes to think of themselves as being able to do that, and there was one Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he was fighting.
They haven't seen They hadn't seen anything like him before that, and in a lot of ways, haven't seen anything like him since. So the odds that you're going to come in off the street and be able to replicate what he did, you probably got better odds at winning the lottery. But there's a lot of people that came into the gym thinking that, and
Do you try to wing them out as much as possible, or you try to humble them pretty quick?
It depends on their attitude. It really does. You never want to see anybody get hurt. And there's a couple different kinds of mercy, right? There's a kind of mercy when a guy's trying hard and he's really wanting to get better at this, and so you carry him through it. And then there's the kind of mercy when a guy just has a bad attitude and he don't belong here. And it's like, all right, fellas, get him out of here. And that happened a couple times over the years. Well, that's when you put somebody that's
130 pounds against a heavyweight to humble them pretty quick.
Yeah, I remember right when the gym opened, my oldest son, he was in 8th grade, and this 23-year-old kid came in telling all kinds of bar fighting stories, and he was a good-sized dude. He was probably 6'2", 180, and my son was in 8th grade, and Julian tuned this kid up, and, he never came back from it. Like, he was outside the gym punching the roof of his car, just frustrated to the point of tears. And I was trying to talk him through it, but I'm like, hey, man, I think you might have came in here with the wrong idea. I'm like, you think just because he's an 8th grader, he can't punch you in the face? Like, it's different when they want to fight, too.
I've never wanted to find out if they can fight. So, like, that's always been simple for me.
And, I don't want to sound like a totally irresponsible coach. Most of the time when I needed a guinea pig, it was one of my own kids. I think that's why my youngest has a pretty good reputation for, man, if you could win a world title off taking punches, Aiden would hold all the titles.
I guess just to kind of wing back into that, like what was your favorite fight while you were over there in where was it again? Taiwan?
Bangkok.
What was your favorite fight over there?
Like for me?
Yeah, for you as an athlete, whether or not you did what you were supposed to do, but like what was your favorite one to compete in? Like if I wanted to go look on YouTube, I could probably find the fight, I'm assuming.
My very first one, the very first one.
Yeah, day one.
They won.
Yeah, I'd agree because that was a tough dude.
Yeah, he stopped the dude the day before. He stopped the guy. Like he just stopped him. Like I don't want to say cold, but like to the point like the guy was stumbling.
Was it first round?
It was a first round. Like round, like minute and something. Yeah, like he was giving him 8 counts and it's hard to give 8 counts when you're in the national tournament. It's hard, but it's not that hard, Depends the ref. And he stopped him. And I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna have to stick and move. And I stick to the plan and he was a pretty strong dude. Like,
did you fight anybody that you've already fought before there while you're there, or are they all new?
No, they were all new. They were one guy, there was the other side of the bracket. Last year when I was in Germany, he was in the other side of the bracket too, but unfortunately he lost. And like, yeah, I got to the hotel and I see him and he was just staring at me and I'm just like, man, you're in the whole other side of the bracket. Like, don't even look at me.
How do they set that up, by the way? Is that pretty, like, is that by rankings? Like,
it's a draw.
It's a draw, okay. like depends, like.
It's not by talent, obviously.
No.
Skill.
They just, everybody's name goes in the hat and then the computer.
That's the fairest way.
It's random. It's randomized.
I wonder if they do the same thing I do, like with the last name Blancarte. This dude's fighting like another dude with a badass name.
Probably that's what they do. But yeah, I mean, like I said, like we were all talking about, because we all talk about the team. We go get like when we in lunch. It's like everybody's here for your head,
Right.
Like it's you or him, and what you prefer. You, like you be on top, and obviously I'm not happy with that result, but I mean, like he said, like being second in the world, not everybody gets to say I'm second in the world.
Yeah, no, I haven't been second in the world in anything, so just to be probably even third of the world would be like, I feel pretty good about myself.
Yeah, last year I was pretty disappointed because.
And you got third last year, is that right?
Yeah, I got third last year, but.
And that's the belt.
No, this is the middle, the trophy. They were giving trophies, and I was pretty disappointed because when I was there, I was fighting against a German. I was home, like the favorite hometown,
Right.
And you would say like, oh, it's international. There's no favoritism. It kind of is because
you're fighting where your country's at. I mean, you're going to have people that know your name.
Yeah, and there was like, I feel like they did that. I don't know. Probably I'm wrong or probably I'm right. I don't know. But it was going to be 11 of us on the finals. Mm-hmm. USA medalists in the finals for fighting for gold.
How many was there this time? There's quite a few this time also.
Yeah, it was 5 of us. Five of us.
How many more women? How many of the females were fighting? 3, 2,
3.
Okay,
3.
It was Brianna, Guadalupe,
and girl out of California,
and Lauren.
Lauren
Elmore. She pretty tough.
Dude, those girls, they fight just as hard as the dudes. I would not step in the ring with a woman.
Brianna Epperson, that girl out of Kansas City, since they're so close, we see that team all over the place, and she's always been tough.
Yeah.
Her
little brother's pretty tough too.
The only difference is the size
guy.
of the body, but she could. I guarantee you, every woman that box beats my ass. I don't care. Thug Rose, she's beat my ass. Like that's how it is. But Nemo, you want to go by Nemo? Have you been to any of these types of things, or is that just something that hasn't fell on your radar yet? Is that
the international?
Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't participated in any of those.
But you've been
yet.
fighting longer than Angel, a little bit longer.
Yeah, a little bit. He came in like a couple months after me. So
okay, so pretty.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact timeline, but I know it was close. It was pretty close to the same time.
I mean, I'm sure boxing is probably a lot like wrestling in that. Is that like if you come up pretty close to each other, you're still learning the same stuff, but it's how well you take it, I'm assuming. Like,
how do you mean?
Like just the skill level part, like whether or not you can throw a jab, how to throw a punch, how to work your feet. I'm assuming footwork is probably the hardest thing to probably learn along with the punching to add into it.
There's basic rules to it, and then at least that's how I always viewed it. There's basic rules to it, and I never really micromanage these guys as far as their style. We do a lot of the fundamentals, a lot of the basics, and then, if, for example, Angel and Nemo, they work out together a lot outside of the gym. So, they kind of come up with their own style based on that same set of fundamental rules. And coaching, you don't want to build everybody to be the same. You want to take what they do bad and make that less, and take what they do good and make that better. You don't never really been the type to try to change somebody's style. Just more sharpen it up where I can.
So you've been fighting just a couple months longer than him, a couple weeks or whatever it is.
Yeah.
What's that been for you? What's that been like?
Like
is the training like when you guys train together? Is that do you feel more comfortable that way, or would you rather have a different sparring partner each time that you go in, or is it something that's natural?
Because when you're sparring different people, it's not a spar. It's really like a fight. Like when we go up to Wichita, it's more like you're fighting. You're not really kind of learning something because they don't give you an opportunity. If you mess up, then and you get hit badly, they kind of just it's like a fight. Right. It's better to spar with someone like Angel because we just don't go all out. We actually work on things. Like, say if I'm having trouble being more active with my jab, I'll tell him I'm working on this, and then he'll be helpful in that way. Or if I need someone to be aggressive, then he'll have more of an aggressive style. It's just, he helps learn stuff. Vice versa.
So knowing your sparring partner is probably big in boxing.
Yeah.
I mean, wrestling, I didn't have anything. I didn't care. My ass beat either way.
As long as these guys have been training together, they're able to work on specific things.
Right.
There's a lot of ways that I feel like working on those specifics are just as valuable or more valuable than going out and just putting rounds in. I mean, because going out and putting rounds in, that has its place too, as far as your reaction time, your timing, feeling the presence of another guy coming at you. It has its place. But like Nemo said, I think there's a lot of ways where just sparring technically has its own set of benefits.
Right. So, like, Richard was actually talking a little bit before you guys got here. He said you're in a tougher weight class, but you can't find people to fight hardly sometimes. So, like, what makes it more difficult than his weight class? Like, what is that? Is it the speed?
I won't say it's more difficult. It's just, I mean, it's a lot more people because there's not as big as people, but
Gotcha.
difficulty-wise, it's just, I don't know, just fight more people. But, I mean, as he's going up in the ranks, he's fighting just as much people. So, I mean, them being a lot more stronger and cutting down more weight, I wouldn't really say my weight class is that more difficult because I'm cutting down to get to my weight class, so I have an advantage. So I don't really feel the difficulty of that type of strength. But, I mean, his people are cutting down from like 200, having like
30 pounds? Jesus.
Yeah, just to get the muscle and everything. So I don't really see the big difference. Really.
Are there rules for that, like in boxing, like there is for like some MMA classes?
No, it's pretty much up to the coach's discretion. And
so it's legal cheating almost sometimes is what people call it. I don't know why.
It's not cheating. You entered the weight class. You made the weight. You're legal.
Right. No, I'm saying like the debt, like the just to be like, hey, I weigh 180 today, but tomorrow I'm going to be able to eat my ass and carry it at 205.
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but these tournaments are a week long.
Right.
These guys got to make that weight every day.
Oh,
yeah.
It's not just one weight.
Yeah, so it's
it's
same day weigh-ins. It's not weigh in on Friday, fight Saturday. They weigh in the morning. They fight that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not the same.
It's
at
not
all.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I was commenting earlier. Like, like out here at wrestling, like weigh on Friday and Saturday.
No, wrestling, we weighed in that morning, but it wasn't near like, I mean, and sometimes if you were overweight, like you had 1 hour from when you first weighed in to cut that weight. It might have been 2 hours. I don't remember. But like, I didn't know if it was like how it is in other like MMA and stuff like that. They weigh in on Friday and then they fight on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if that's what it was like for you.
No, for us, it's just like we in the morning, like he said, fight.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
crazy.
And then go back again the next day if you win.
Yeah.
And
So there's no break.
That was always the rule with our gym. Like, if you win, as soon as you get out of the ring, go to the test scale, see what you weigh.
Remember when Julian junked that whole bottle of Pedialyte? Oh my goodness! It was right after weigh-ins, and he was like, "Okay, I made weigh-ins." He started drinking this whole bottle of Pedialyte, and he actually gained too much weight.
It's amazing how that actually happens.
I know. It's just like you don't count the calories at all until it happens, and then it's just.
Well, some guys would even take the whatever they wanted to drink and put it on the scale to weigh it, and they would try to like do the difference. That never works. All right, so like if you're putting 3 pounds of water in your body, it's going to be like 8 pounds the next day.
Yeah. Well, and that's why when we were out on the road, we didn't buy food that didn't have to be cooked because these guys get hungry and like you wake up in the middle of the night hungry, coach is asleep. Nobody's going to know.
Yeah.
And so we didn't. That's why everything we had to be cooked because.
Couldn't sneak anything.
Yeah, because everybody knows how it is, man. It's like, I'm just going to get a little bit.
That's the hardest part about
a little bit, and then you become into big bite. Yeah.
And then it's like, well, nobody's seen me. I'll just say I didn't know what happened. Know damn well what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that was the hardest part. Was I never had to cut weight until I went down in weight class. And that was probably the biggest mistake for wrestling. Like, I don't know how it is for boxing, but like the difference between 215 pounder and 189 pounder at the time was only like 2 inches. 250 pounders were just 2 inches taller than the 189ers. And I'm short.
Yeah.
So they were throwing me like a rag doll. Like, yeah, I was strong, but like they were
got that leverage on you. Yeah.
I could get under them, but I wasn't going to risk shooting in on somebody and them coming up on top of me and then just taking me out and all that stuff. But like the weigh-in, when I did cut weight, that was the worst. Like I developed ulcers mainly because I only drank grapefruit juice or half a grapefruit juice and like half a sandwich a day. That was the hard. 33 pounds in 2.5 weeks was the hardest I've ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was bad.
Well, these two guys have always been real responsible when it came to their weight. I know when Angel was younger, man, he used to stress me out because it'd be like we'd be at the Airbnb, and for the first like those week-long tournaments, they started on Monday. Well, we'd leave on Friday night. That way, you get a chance to get there, maybe, just kind of whatever weight you got to lose, you got a couple days to do it. And it was always a couple days before your weight started coming off. And, you'd like barely make weight on Monday, and then by Friday, you're like 6 pounds under.
Yeah, I don't know how I used to do that. Because I used to like go to school and
probably stress dumped or something like that.
I don't know. It was always stressful that first weekend out on the road.
Yeah. No, and I will go to school and I see everybody eating, getting food from their parents, and I'm just like, oh my god.
The mom always brought good food. It's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh. And the school lunch would be the best lunch, and I'm just like, oh, I'm over here cutting weight. And I would just like be like, you know what, I'm gonna eat. When I'm at the gym, I'm gonna just cut it. But when you're at the gym,
that's what makes those types of athletes that much more harder to deal with. Like, I wouldn't mess with someone who's had to cut weight. Like that makes them even more aggressive.
They're hangry.
Yeah, that's what me and Nemo, like he's older than me. He's already graduated. I'm still in high school, but we always had to try to keep like each other like together because we would have knew like when we were cutting weight, we're like people just get on your nerves, like even teachers, like just anybody, like little stuff. It's just like, bro, just
leave me alone.
Stop. Yes.
Yes, dumb questions.
Yeah. Like every question they will ask you, like even me and him, like we were cutting weight, we were just like, bro, just stop talking.
Yeah, just everything irritates you.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I don't know what it was. But it was always like I would just go to Nemo's. I'm always with him. Like you always gonna see me with him, and I would be like Nemo, I'm like, bro, I need to cut weight. And I used to tell him like he used to ask me like he would text me like how much do you weigh, and he got a scale in his house, so we used to don't live too far from each other, and I used to just run to his house and be like, let me use the scale, and I'll check my weight. And I would be like
before you went to the gym?
Yeah. Yeah. And he would ask me, how much do you weigh? And I would be like, because I used to fight 176. And I was like 180. And I would be like 179. A pound under all the time. And I would get to the gym and he was like, step on the scale. I'm just like, ah.
Oh. Yeah, and I used to calibrate the scale a pound heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we figured that out because at Nationals, like, He one time he stepped on the scale because he always used to fight first, and he would step on the scale at the Airbnb and then just go to the venue and check the weight there. He's like, oh, I'm lighter here, and he would get something to eat, and I'm just like, well, I'm the same weight. I'm still over, Yeah, because
are there rules about how you cut weight? Like, I know that with wrestling, like you couldn't go into a sauna and stuff like that.
No, there's not rules there. Mostly it's just the discretion of the coach. And, I had a few rules. Like, as far as cutting weight, like we're never going to do more than 10% of their body weight or their fight weight. And then some guys, it's hard to get it through their head that if you don't eat, you're not going to lose anything. You gotta eat something. And so there was a few of them that we always kind of struggled with. Because we'd go out of town and these guys would just lay in bed all day and starve themselves. And it's like, that's not going to work. Like you're going to wind up face down in a pan full of cupcakes. Like, because at some point you get hungry enough, you'll eat anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you don't even think about what you're eating. You just
you don't
start
care.
eating. Yeah, you don't care. You just like start eating, and then like you realize like, oh, I need to cut weight.
Yeah,
and that was the benefit of wrestling at 215. Like I think when I would weigh in, I was like 202, so I was good. Like I never had to cut weight at 215, so I was eating whatever I wanted. Everybody was pissed at me. They didn't want to be around
Johnny
me.
Lopez.
Yes. Oh my
man,
goodness.
that guy like.
But I never ate around them on purpose. They would smell it. Like people who were starving to death, they smelled that shit. Like if I had Wendy's, they're like, "Oh, you had a damn bacon.
You had a
burger."
bacon burger."
Yeah, it's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
One time I did. I don't know if I'd call it an ass chewing, but the president for USA Boxing, we had a girl that had made this weight many times, but for whatever reason, wasn't making it then. And finally, she ran out of time to make the weight, and the president for USA Boxing came up to me, and he's got their pass book, which shows their past weights in it. And he just kind of said, hey, when you're picking these weights, you need to keep in mind that they got to make this weight all week. And I was pretty disappointed that she wasn't going to get to fight, but, I wasn't going to argue with the president of USA Boxing, too. Of course, he just knows that situation. He doesn't know everything in the lead up to it, doesn't know that she's made this weight many, many times. And that's the only thing I've ever had said to me. And I did kind of feel bad for her because I had her running around the venue. And
that's the worst.
Yeah. She said something to me. I was like, I don't want to hear it. Keep running. You don't ever want to do that to somebody, but, And plus, being a male coach with a female athlete, there's things we're not doing, right. Like the boys – we put them in an Epsom salt bath, pull a few pounds off of them, but you stay in the bathroom with them.
Right.
But that's not really an option with a female boxer. So she didn't get to fight. And like I said, I don't know if I'd call it an ass chewing, but it got mentioned to me.
Yeah.
I would actually, that's a lot of us used to chew. Like when we were wrestling, because we would just spit out some weight. Like they would just get chaw or they would get dip and they would spit some of that out.
Yeah.
It never worked like all the time, but like sometimes there's just one dude that you could spit like a good 3.5 pounds off
we
his
had
body.
gum. I always had gum with us.
Yeah.
About the most extreme weight cutting story was with my own kid. Before we went to Lubbock, Texas, he was only like 3 pounds over. Doesn't have to weigh until Monday. Like this is a slam dunk. This is
You
nothing.
say 3, but it's like 12.
No, it was only 3.
Well, no, I'm saying, but it feels like 12 in your head when you're trying to cut
and
that.
he asked if he could take his girlfriend out for dinner on Thursday night. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Don't pig out. Well, Sunday, he's like 8, almost 9 pounds over. And I was like, well, I guess you're learning your lesson today.
Yeah.
But
I remember that was a long, like everybody, like basically like he was cutting weight and everybody was cutting weight.
yeah.
I think that was kind of on me because on the way up there, I was the only one down weight like 5 pounds. So I had some hot fries, always had hot fries with me. And he was sitting right beside me. And then he was like, let me get one. And I gave him one. I was like, you're on weight. He was like,
20.
He was like, yeah. And then
Yeah, I'm
just started sharing them with him the whole trip. Then I heard Richard chew him, and I was like, oh. So I just stayed
wouldn't sit
quiet.
next to him.
He was struggling hard because, like, getting in that Epsom salt bath, like, that's brutal. It doesn't sound like much, but it wrecks you. And, like, that's a last resort. Took him to a sauna, and he found some water somewhere because he come out of that sauna weighing more than he did when he went in.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, there's a little
we were
water in
hooping.
there.
We were
He's like,
hooping.
I don't know what happened. I'm like, that is
the sauna is
impossible.
wise.
The only way it can
It's
happen.
different, though. Like, the steam room is a lot different than the sauna. Like,
Well,
to
it's
me.
a dry sauna.
That's why?
No, in Lubbock, Texas.
Oh,
at a
okay.
gym
Okay.
down
I was
there.
like, that steam room's weird.
And yeah, he made the weight, lost the fight, and it was a good fight. He did good, but you could tell he
Like he
wasn't
out of it.
himself.
Like,
It messes with you.
And I'd already decided that even if we won that fight, we were probably going to forfeit the next round because I wasn't gonna put any kid through that again because it was pretty brutal for him. Sat him in that Epsom salt bath. I'm like, you want to watch a movie? He's like, yeah. I'm
How
like,
long do you keep him in one of those? Like to
well, he was in there for a while.
Is it hot or is it cold?
Hot,
Oh,
as hot as you
yep.
can stand it.
Nope, not me.
I remember you let it go some water and just put some more in there. You just like let it go, and you put like alcohol, don't you? Like that.
Yeah, we put some alcohol in there too. That helps. And like the first thing I would do when we got to these Airbnbs, I'd go find the hot water heater and turn it up. So we had plenty of hot water.
Yeah, the house will be so hot. It was just like, what's wrong out there? It's cold. Like, what's wrong in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do hot tubs.
Like, you want to watch a movie? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what do you want to watch? He's like,
Anybody ever pass out?
Rambo. No, we never got that extreme.
I'm saying just getting tired, just drained from the
No, I could tell he was struggling though, because the next morning he still wasn't on weight. He was still like just like right around a half pound over.
Yeah.
And I gave him a package of gum, and I'm like, "You've got 15 minutes, and we're at the venue." And I sent him in there. I wasn't going to go with him. Like,
right.
You're the one that ate all the food. Go handle it. And he come out, and he's like, "I made the weight."
Man. So, like, we just talked about the weight cut. And, like, what do you get? Well, I guess we'll start with you. What do you think the hardest part about training or getting ready for a fight or a tournament is? Like, how many tournaments have you been a part of, or has that been?
How many tournaments?
A bunch. I don't
It's
know.
hard to. It's hard to.
I'm
count
assuming
them.
it's harder to train for a tournament rather than just an individual fight that you
We
know
don't
the opponent.
really do anything different.
for a fight because it's more like a training ground than something we really take.
It's like
crazy.
mini sparring matches or something like that.
Yeah, like in big sparring match because these tournaments is where it really counts. It's like points and everything. So we usually just go to these and test where we're at, like stamina wise, and if we were pressuring you the whole entire fight, how would this look on my stamina? So when I go up to one of these tournaments, it'll show the same.
So that's when you use that time to work on something. So like if you're not sparring with Angel, then you're going to the tournament and I'm going to work on this there. Like whether it be how long I can last for however many rounds.
Well, in the fights we go to, I think this is what Nemo's trying to get at. It's kind of I don't know, I guess just the way we've always used competing. Like these small smoker shows, we pretty much use it as a training ground.
Yeah.
Don't worry too much about wins and losses at smoker shows. It's just another facet of the training. Now, we go to the bigger tournaments. Yeah, we're not there to train. We're there to win.
And how many tournaments are there that you said that are big to get your
There's
points?
5 a year.
Okay.
And we used to try to go to them all, but it's a lot. I don't know if we'll do that quite to that degree anymore. Mainly because these guys are getting older. They're not kids anymore. Nemo's got a job. He works, goes to school full time, and you don't want to be, as their coach, you don't want to be doing anything that impacts their education or their job. I mean, I know it impacts mine. So yeah, I think we're just going to try the JOs and the national championships.
Yeah, because those are the biggest one that matters. So.
Yeah, that's the ones that if they win it, they get something out of it. Now, if you win the JOs or the national championships
as a youth, if you win Junior Olympics, you get in the radar of the USA boxing. Like,
well, you get to go try out for the high performance team.
Oh no, that's in December. In December, you get to try out for.
I thought that was JOs too.
No, JOs is just for go as a training partner.
Okay.
Like a training partner. Like you get the same experience for a week or
you
two.
get to go to the camps.
You get to the camps and train with them. Like you train with them. But yeah, because I'm not gonna say too much. I'm not. But that's how I see it. That's the good people. They only go. I see them in JOs in December championships. I only see the big dogs there. Like I don't see them in like the little tournaments. Like what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They go to the tournaments that actually matter for them as a fighter, not just
where if they win it, they actually get to move on.
Gotcha.
Because it hurts if they go to one of these tournaments that don't do anything and they get beat by someone. That hurts their reputation with USA boxing. Like
their stock kind of comes down a little bit if you get beat by a guy that you shouldn't have got beat by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I feel like,
and if you step up enough times, that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I mean,
like sometimes you get a bad day, a bad night, and you step on the ring and you lose to a guy you already beat several times in nationals. That gives them like, oh, I beat him, and that kind of like as a fighter is just like, it's like, oh shoot.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gave him that chance.
Yeah, like you give them chances they should not have because, like, there's a coach. There's a coach in the high performance teams. It's like not everybody belongs to you in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not a lot of people belongs to you with you. So, like, if you in the ring with them for a big tournament, get him out of there. Like, Don't give him no chance. Like, you know, because it's you, and like I say, it's you or him. And I prefer to be
Get caught.
Yeah.
So like when you guys are both training, like you guys aren't worried just about like who your opponent is. It's what you can do, what you're able to do in the ring at that time.
Me and him?
Both of you guys are just training for a tournament, like you had talked about. Like it's not just you're going in to win necessarily. You're going in to work on something. But like if you are,
Well, it's no smoker shows.
Yeah.
And when I say smoker show, that's like the little club events that
Right.
happen locally, or we go to Nebraska a lot. Yeah, my take on that as the coach is like, guys, this is a training ground. Of course, you know, nobody wants to go lose,
Right.
but it's like, if you lose a fight at a smoker show, who cares? Who cares? Because a lot of times you go to the smoker show and they have shorter rounds because they'll have 25 fights and they're wanting to get everybody through. So instead of 3-minute rounds, you'll have a 2-minute. So sometimes maybe your conditioning doesn't become a factor like it would at the Nationals. But yeah, smoker shows, we use it as a training ground. And now the Nationals, we're going there for no other reason than to win it.
Well, we have I'm not saying like, oh, we don't pepper with the team. We do, but me and him, we get along pretty well. So we get to tell each other like, yo, because sometimes as a fighter, you think you're doing good. You think you're doing this because you're seeing yourself, you know, you're seeing, you don't want to be like, oh, I'm not doing this right. There's not a many people of those and be like, oh, I was dropping my hands. I was not throwing my jab enough. Then you're going to be like, oh, I look good. I did this good. You not look the best. So you need somebody sometimes to just be like, nah, bro, you messed up on this one. You missed a chance on this one. You missing this chance. That's what we have each other, you know? Because sometimes he's like, well, I don't know what to do. So I give him my idea and he's like, oh, that'll work. Like, I don't, you know? Like, or sometimes he's like, he's in his head too much. Sometimes you need to get back to reality, you know, like them nerves. You create scenarios and you're just like this and that. And sometimes you just need to talk to somebody, you know. When I was in Bangkok and before I was gonna fight, I was like, I'm nervous, like, you know, like.
Well, you didn't have that buffer that you were for everybody else, so like you were talking to yourself.
Yeah. And then I just, because of the time different, it was different. It was like 12 hours ahead, and I just called Nemo. I was like, yo, what you doing? And we just start talking, and I shot him fight. He's like, man, you can do this. Like, stick and move. Like, you've been doing this the whole time. We because I'm not a like big person. I'm just long and tall, you know, for my opponents. He's like, we deal with this before. Like, stick and move. Just be slick, you know. And sometimes I get back to reality and just be like, that's true. Like, I just need to stick and move.
Is there anybody that you were at, like, while you were in, I keep messing Bangkok.
Bangkok.
Was there anybody that kind of like that dude that walked into your gym that just had you're like, what the hell is this dude doing in my weight class? Was there anybody like that? Like, do you guys still have that type of thing that goes on where you're like, man, how's that guy weighing 175?
I didn't see anybody that I, thought.
It's pretty even across the board. So like anybody who, like somebody like you is probably going to be fighting somebody that's very similar to your weight
they both have to weigh in.
Okay.
Yeah,
I knew that, but I didn't know if like the size, like I don't look, like you said that I don't look the weight that I am. Like it's like, how does that dude weigh this much? It's
I know
no
what
way.
you're talking about.
Yeah, that happens once in a while.
Tom
but
Leakey is weird.
But for the most part, everybody looks the part.
Yeah.
At least I thought so.
Everybody that I wrestled did not look like they should be wrestling at 189. They were like
huge.
They didn't look any different. I don't know if you're familiar with high school wrestling or anything like that, but like 215 pounds to 189 in your head is like, man, that's almost 30 pounds. It ain't 30 pounds like when you're seeing the dude. That's 30 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
But the 30 pounds of fat that dude had that was 215 is just as strong as that 189er.
Well, and you get some people that are put together a little different,
That mass,
bone
that
density.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There are people out there that they got a dense skeletal structure
wild.
and the bone is heavy, and you ain't cutting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people like when I look at my guys up, because people say like, oh, it doesn't matter who I'm fighting. I'm just gonna go fight him. He's regular. No, sometimes you need to do your research, see what he's not good at, see what's his what he's not good at. You know, he throws jab and drop his hand. I can just probably catch him with a jab, time his jab. Or he probably circles out with his hands down.
Yeah.
Or sometimes he gets,
or only circles one direction and always throws this shot when he circles that way.
yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's bad. You know, because you can get in your head. And because I looked this guy up, and he like I see him, and he's like a buff dude. Like both them arms is one of him.
That's what I would do. I'd be standing across the map, like, holy shit.
Yeah, but when I got in, like,
I'm not even gonna try.
like it's because I was like in the competition, I was like looking for him, just see where he was, like how he was looking.
I'd always try to look the dudes, like if I didn't know their name, and I would ask a guy that he wrestled somebody like 4 years prior to that. He was a senior. He was wrestling at 145, and now he's wrestling at 215. Why the hell are you that big? Like that dude, he went through puberty in 2 years. Jesus criminy.
Yeah, and then it's funny because I forever was like in the competition, we were ready to leave, and I'm just like, I don't see him. And I turned around, he was in my size. Like, because I see him before puberty, I was like, well, no, he doesn't look my way.
Cameras add some like wild like definition to the body, it seems like.
Yeah, and then I see him and he was like, that's not how he looks in the pictures. Like they make him look a little too. Yeah, like they make him look a little too big. Now he was big, but
Well, and sometimes the lighting.
yeah.
Professional photos really add to the character of the body.
Yeah, well, that's like, bodybuilding. They put all that
The oil
stuff on them.
The paint, that tanner stuff.
Yeah, because otherwise, like all
Shows
the
the
cuts would
lines.
just wash out under the lights.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like I said, sometimes you need the partner,
Right.
And I do
that other voice that's being able to talk to you, besides your coach even.
Yeah, because they're similar to the style, like he coaches us, so we're not like too different. Like he's in another gym, and we, and he helps me, I help him. He has helped me a lot. My first tournament, I remember, I went to National Silver Gloves, and I was fighting against him southpaw, and he's southpaw, and I'm just like, Nemo, come over here. And since then we started like just getting together to like work together,
Right.
Like I got the coach, like if we stick together, we can go places,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that kind of, in my opinion, kind of goes back to what I said during that first podcast. I think a lot of coaching is just building that team environment.
Right.
Because the athletes, they'll talk to each other about things that they won't talk to me about. And, I'm sure those bus rides home from Nebraska, like I'm sure there was a lot of conversations that got had back there that, I wasn't a part of. But it's a good, healthy thing for these guys to just be able to talk about those things because, say you go out and you lose in a bad way. You can act like it didn't happen, but it did. And you need those people that you can talk to about that. And that's not, I don't think that's going to be your coach most of the time.
Well, he's just going to tell you everything you did wrong.
I think that's going to be your teammates. And so from a coaching perspective, I'm really glad that these two guys are able to talk about those things and help each other through it. Because there's a lot for these boxers to go through, especially when I'm not going to say we were the busiest gym out there, but we were in the ballpark. We competed a lot all the time. And so when you're competing like that, it becomes part of your life. And you got to have those people around that you can discuss those things with.
Well, no, I guess now I just was kind of going to segue into like kind of how you guys met. I mean, did you guys meet in the boxing gym or did you guys know each other before you guys started boxing?
No, we meet at the boxing gym.
That's cool.
Yeah, at the boxing gym because I didn't speak English. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we didn't speak. We were hanging out and they didn't even speak the same language.
We're
It was
using
crazy.
Google Translate.
We were using Google Translate all the time.
That's dope.
Yeah. Well, because your first night at the gym, that was actually Aiden's birthday. That was my youngest son's birthday. And
No. It was the second week of my I was like on a half a week when I start. It was like a Thursday.
Yeah.
Because I was watching everybody spar. Everybody was sparring, and then you make us like it was like a second group. Like you were making us flip tires and run. I remember that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the second week
Was it second week?
Yeah, the second week on Tuesday, it was on sparring day, and it was Aiden's birthday.
Okay. Well, it all kind of bleeds together for me, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know you hadn't been there very long at all, and he didn't speak no English. We had a birthday party at the alley, and his mom spoke a little bit of English, and I'm like, "You care if he just comes with us?" And she's like, "No, that's fine." So yeah, he palled along with us, and went and had a birthday party at the alley. So
Yeah.
So you learned boxing without even knowing English. Like,
Yeah.
how long did it hinder you at all? Like, was there like any type of, obviously there was a language barrier, but was there like, he could show you like physically, or did you guys have a translator?
Well, we had another coach there that spoke Spanish, and the Zuniga brothers, they spoke some Spanish, so it's not like he was there all alone.
Yeah.
What was
But
the way
I
it made it
didn't.
sound? was
I
like,
didn't
what?
speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And then they'd start speaking Spanish at the gym, and I'd be like, "You guys knock that shit off. I know you're talking about me."
No, how I really learned, I will look at them. Like I will look at them and see what was their style. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the style to just go and bang, you know. And that was kind of their style. Like they were like always like going shot for shot, you know. Like not hard, but like it was like shot
pressure.
for shot. Yeah, pressure fighters.
Like Efren talked about.
Yeah, and I was not the type of be a pressure fighter. And then because I like Lomachenko, he was a pressure fighter, but he would use his angles, he would dance around, and that was kind of my style. But I didn't notice like it's not good for somebody my weight class. You know, there's not a lot of people that move around.
Yeah,
throw a jab.
bigger guys.
Yeah, bigger guys. That's what I feel like. That's my.
Who was the guy? His last name was Ward, not Mickey Ward. There was a Ward guy out there. He was kind of like that. He wasn't big, but he would like kind of test the guy out a little bit.
Andre Ward.
Andre Ward? Would you say he's similar to that? Or I forgot the guy's name. Sorry.
No, Andre Ward.
He uses basics a lot.
Yeah, and he's good.
Those
But he's not like a bulldog, is what I'm saying.
No.
Like he would always. I mean, he was real smooth. Let you kind of work what you need.
I don't know. There's so many of them.
Yeah, there's some last names are pretty weird, but
We actually got Andre Ward's signature here on this glove. Yeah. And I just noticed Boots Ennis is on
he's
this
trying to flex. He repost me. What you talking about?
I'm gonna find this while you guys are talking. But no, yeah, go ahead and keep talking about.
Oh
that.
yeah, and that was like a kind of different style, like for me, you know, just like moving around, move my head, and I started looking videos on YouTube, and then I would go to the gym, and I would get corrected by them, just like no, like that's too fast for you, and I feel like I pick it up a little faster, because I will learn faster from me watching what you're doing than listening or stuff like that. You know, if you show me how to do it, I feel like I'll pick it up quicker.
Yeah, because if I remember right, your first night at the gym, you did some sparring.
Yeah, against Luis.
My first couple nights I did. No, it was the second week.
Was it?
Yeah, it was the second week.
I was sure it was the first
No,
night.
the first night. I remember I flipped some tires and I run because Haley was like, "Come on." I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, my first night because yeah, I remember because I took a picture outside the gym because I went to my mom like I want to start. I'm like, take a picture, like I'm gonna start here, and she was like, "Oh yeah." Then the second week, like they put me spar with the good one, Luis.
Yeah, Luis was good.
Luis. At the time when I started, like Luis, it was like a big box. Like he was like from there, because he doesn't back up for a fight. Like he can fight. Like he got the style like technique down, like smooth. And I remember I was sparring him. Yeah, he pick his punches and he like pick him pretty good if he's on his game. Yeah, and I remember like I sparred him and I was I was sparring him and because I don't like to get hit. So I was just moving my head, and like he was bigger than me, and I'm just like hitting him and running, and he was hitting me, and I'm just like,
Well, he might have been more developed than you, but you outweighed him.
yeah. He was like what,
A couple years older, I think.
119 at that time.
119, and I was like 176 pounds.
Yeah.
I was.
So you haven't grown very much. Like you've kept the same weight.
He's got taller.
Yeah, I got taller.
like weight wise. Like you haven't. Luckily, you haven't gained too much weight to where you've been able to stick to the same weight class for a while now, huh?
Yeah, 176 or 187.
Yeah, 176. I only did like 2 fights when I was like 200 pounds. But it was like because the only reason I did that is because I went to Mexico and come back. And when I was in Mexico, I was like eating. Like I was
Everything.
eating everything. And then I come back and I was like super heavy. Yeah.
What's the heaviest you've ever been?
Like 215.
Damn.
210. Yeah.
And you're 6 what?
I'm 6'3.5".
Jesus. And it was Andre Ward, by the way. I looked it up. Or David Benavidez. Is that right?
David Benavidez is a pretty slick guy.
Yeah, and he's a pressure guy, and he doesn't get tired.
He is a pressure guy. Oh,
yeah, he puts it, and he's a combination puncher.
Yeah, he would throw I don't say he has like knock up. He can knock somebody out, but he would throw like so many punches. Like
Yeah, he just overwhelms you.
Yeah, to the point like by the third, fourth round, like he will take you out of there because you just take so many hits from him.
Yeah.
Like the one that kind of blows my mind. I don't know if you follow it, Alien Taporia. Like that dude just the speed. And
he hits hard.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And how many hits does he hit before you actually get knocked out by one of them?
Yeah. He's got a good 2 and 3 punch combination he throws.
It's so fast.
That guy can crack.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. I mean, like just the fact that you've only been doing it 4 years, right? About 4.
Yeah, about 4.
Two total different kids from 2 total different backyard. That's wild. Like you didn't know English. Google Translate helped you guys become best friends.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well, and I think it's like I said,
Google.
I'm the coach, and so I got things I noticed too. Like we only spend 2 hours in the gym. It's only 2 hours, but I know these two are working on boxing all the time, talking about boxing all the time, thinking about boxing all the time, and that's
Makes
what
your job easier.
Well, not yes and no. But like the overarching point I'm trying to make is these guys both have been pretty successful, but that's not just because of the time spent in the gym. This is what they do all the time,
Right?
Yeah.
And they're kind of the team within the team,
Right.
and for a long time we had a big team, and they were all tough. But for whatever reason, Johnny Lopez, he's working a crazy shift now. He works 2 to 10. A couple of the other kids, they went and got jobs. Like my oldest son, he's in flight school. And so it's kind of whittled down to where Angel and Nehemiah are what's left of that bigger team that we had. And they're still doing the same things now that they were all doing 3 and 4 years ago.
Yeah, because we were the youngest one. They were the older ones. Like me and Nemo was like young. They always like doing their own thing. We were looking up to them because like they're in high school, they're popular because they box. When I get to that same point,
Yeah, I had a deal with the team for a while. If you win a national title, I'll buy you a letter jacket. And Angel won a national title, got a leather jacket, and then I was planning on leaving boxing. And Nemo didn't get a national title, but he filled up his pass book, and that's like almost 60 fights.
Yeah, he filled up 2, right?
Huh?
He filled up two books.
No, I think it's just 60 and 1.
Yeah, it was just one. I'm starting on my second one now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got him a leather jacket too. So out of all the
like leather, like
they're nice jackets. They're like $400 jackets.
Mm-hmm. We still have them.
But yeah, of all the boxers that came out of there, these guys were the only 2 that cashed in on that deal. So. No, I'm as their coach, I'm really proud of their effort because it's something they work on a lot. And It's like anything else you want to be good at. A lot of people on the outside just have no sense of how many hours go into it. So,
yeah, are we in the gym like 24/7? Like we always there. Like if we wouldn't be here right now, we'd be at the gym, because we just be working out on little things because we're the people who think like little things make big things, And if we're not working on our job, we're working on our right hand. If we're not working on the right hand, we're working on the uppercut. Like we always fixing little things.
So but how did you, a kid that I'm assuming you just moved here, how did you get in contact with the gym that Richard was running? Was that like word by word of mouth?
I actually don't know. How did that happen?
I do remember. I do remember.
You were being a dickhead to somebody.
No, he was yelling at the kids all of them, like, get to work. No.
Yeah.
He
listen to Christmas music.
Yeah.
Hey, them Christmas music get you hype, man.
Can I get an amen?
Edwin had a lot to say about that. He's like, man, not too many people listen to Christmas music and work out. He's like, I like Christmas music.
Yeah.
No, they get you hype. Trust me. Trust me. No, but it was like a little gym, and I didn't know it was boxing until I was walking. Because when we got here,
I didn't know it was. Like, I've driven by it how many times? Probably, I mean, you guys have been open only 2020, but I drive by it at least 3 times a week.
Yeah.
With the giant lion on it. Has that lion always been there?
It wasn't there when I got there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't there. It was like a little sticker of Reno. It's just Reno RCVA.
Yeah, I had a big sticker on the front window.
Yeah.
When it used to all be windows on the front, I had a big sticker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I walk by and I just see some gloves and I'm just like, whoa, this is a gym. And I just started peeping. And it was a night because my mom and I and my grandma and my uncle came to the U.S. and during COVID. So we didn't have a house, we didn't have a place to stay because everybody was like scared about the COVID. So there's this guy that was selling a trailer and he was like, you know what? If you clean it, you can have it. But before that, we were staying where my aunt, she was like, yeah, you can just come in. Like, I'm not scared about the COVID. Like, just come in. And it was closed. It was like a couple blocks, like a block away from the gym. And they were just walking around. We were going to Dillon's because Dillon's is close to there. And I just told my mom, and I was like, I want to go there. And mom was like, because we didn't got the money to go do it, Mom was like, oh, yeah, we go later. Oh, yeah. And I was like, Mom, I can walk. I'll walk there. Like, it's not that far. Like, as a kid, 13-year-old, like, I'm not thinking about the money, And the guy was selling the trailer. It was in front of the gym. We didn't even know that. And at the time we were cleaning it and the gym was closed. And then we were like spending so many crazy hours there, like cleaning and everything, like trying to get out of there. Then I just see some dude just picking out the garage door, like picking it up, and it was Richard and some other dude, Eddie
Harrison.
Yeah. Him and them, they were talking, and like just see kids start coming in, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna go. And I'm just like, hey, and just like, and Mom was like, Gee.
You didn't say hey though, did you? Like, did you say hey, what's up?
No, I was like, hey, what's up? Like trying to get their attention.
Oh,
and they were like,
yeah, I remember now because I couldn't remember who was able to talk to you. It was Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie was like,
Eddie spoke a little Spanish.
Yeah, and then I was just like, I'm trying to train, and my mom and Richard started talking about it, and from there it was like, you can just train here as long as you come here and show up on time. You can train here, and then from there it was history.
Yeah, off to the races, pretty much.
Is that like, is the story pretty similar for you, or is it like, I mean, you kind of knew about the gym, or?
Oh no, I was actually playing football before then, and it was during the summer, and I was kind of getting tired of it, and I was just playing the game with one of my friends, Kyron. He was like, I'm going to this boxing gym. You should just come over and try it out. And I was skeptical because I was like, I've never heard of it. I mean, he brought me in on a Wednesday, and then I don't know, I liked it. It was hard, the workouts, but everybody there was pretty cool. Kept going, and then just kept going.
That's wow. Just the
I
story
think,
about Angel is like, what?
I think
That's a movie.
Yeah, their experience of it is kind of similar to mine. I mean, you just start, and then before you know it, fellas, like this year we're 6 years in. Like, where did it go? I mean,
like, how old were you then? Like, that was 6 years ago. You would have been what, about 10, 12?
No, I was 13.
Oh wow.
I was 13. Yeah.
Is it wild just to sit across from somebody that you've seen grow up, like just with boxing?
yeah, it's a cool feeling, you know. Because
I mean, I know you said that like you're not supposed to be their friend, but I'm pretty sure you've got some spot in you that's like, man, I'm close.
You know, I was actually thinking about that before today. It's different when they come in young.
Right.
You know, you were each 13 or 14. You're a kid, right? And then as their experience grows and as they get older, you know, Nemo's 18 now. He's a grown man. I mean, you'll be 18 here in a couple months. So maybe in the beginning, that coach-boxer relationship was more of do as you're told, right. You know? And plus, you know, there was a building full of them, and everybody's got to be treated the same.
Fair.
Whereas now, you know, they're not kids anymore. They're grown men. And so maybe our coach relationship now is based more on respect for one another as opposed to, you know, when they were kids.
Setting boundaries.
I'm the authority figure, and I can't like intelligently articulate what's different about it now, but I know.
Well, you were setting boundaries, like this is where, and then just because I have a stepson that, like, I mean, I'm not his dad, but I also wasn't going to let him treat his mom like shit. But like, I was set boundaries, and that's really what you did. You're like, hey, I'm setting these boundaries to teach you how to learn things.
Well, yeah, and the scenario is different now. Nehemiah's talked about wanting to turn professional. Angel's talked about wanting to turn professional. So there's other things that have come into it. They're needing to promote themselves because as athletes, especially boxing athletes, they got a real small window to make their money and get out, you know? And I guess I kind of feel that now part of my job is to help them with that however I can. So the relationship is different. The stakes are different. The responsibilities are different, you know, and they're taking on their responsibilities without having to be told about it. Like I said, they work on boxing all the time. And so as their coach, you know, I'm working on the things that I can do all the time as far as helping promote them and getting them in the positions to where it's a benefit to them. And so I think I hate to call it a business relationship because that is not the right word for it. Because it's not dollars and cents. Not to me. Not when you got this much time in it.
What would you say? I mean, maybe you can probably help them out with that. Like, it's not business. It's not money.
I think it's a respect thing.
Yeah,
that and trust.
It is a respect and trust because you have to trust your corner. You know, he's my corner. You know, if I step on the ring, he's my corner because let's say to put in this scenario, I'm getting whooped. He's gonna stop the fight because he's like, no, I'm not gonna let him do that. You know? It's like he's my uncle. Let's say that, you know, like for our family now, like
extended family.
Yeah, you know, like if he told me like, hey, that's bad, man, I'm gonna have to like listen to him. You know what I'm talking about? Because I remember there's a quick back in my head. One time I was learning English, but I was not learning that proper English. So I got in there and I started cussing at somebody. And he's like, hey, man, that's not how you do that's not how you do it, man. Like, don't talk like you're not grown. Talking like you 20. And I'm just like, Okay. And then from there, I ever like spoke like a bad word in front of like adults or stuff like that, you know? Because I grew up like being a man with him, you know? Like a short amount of time. Start like puberty, all this stuff, you know? I was with him in the road, you know? I was in the Airbnb with him. Like, you know, I'm talking, we were in tournaments. And I had to become a man in front of him, you know what I'm talking? Because my dad is not here. My dad is in Mexico. So I didn't have, how you call it? Father figure, you know? And he was kind of there, you know, for like, help me out on some things, you know, like, you're not doing this right. Like, to the point he got involved in like on some school stuff, you know, like, hey, man, your grades. Hey, man, this, you know.
And does he know that because of like your mom? Like he would talk to your mom, or is that like, did you guys just
No,
share
the
that with
school
him?
would call me.
Yeah.
We had so many boxers up there that if there was a problem with a boxer, I'm sure they called their parents too. And I'm not going to say who I got the call from because I don't know that they're supposed to be doing
Not
that.
gonna throw him under the bus.
No. But I would get a call like, hey, you know anything about this? I was like, no, but I can check it out. And so, yeah, I got calls from the schools, not like a lot, but, you know, if there was something crazy happen, you know, I would get a call.
Yeah. And he will talk to me about it. He like, hey, man, I know you probably don't like school, you know, like, you know, something I wouldn't have a home because mom is busy working, like trying to get the bread in the table, you know, and it's like, and I appreciate that, you know, because that's who I am. And now I know like, oh, I know not to do it. I know not to be in trouble, you know. I remember one day I got into a fight at school.
Yeah, because the kid called you a beaner.
Yeah, he called me a beaner and something like that.
Like, I was born in Chicago.
Yeah, and I'm just walking in there nervous, just being like, oh, I hope he doesn't know. I hope school haven't called him. Like, you know, like he
Yeah, you didn't want to let him down.
Yeah, and he's like everything normal, everything like what's up into him. Like he at the time he had an office. He's like, can you come down real quick? And I'm just like, oh, he's gonna say something. And then I go, he's like, hey, I'm not saying you don't have to defend yourself. He's like, this bitch. I was like, this. And I was like, he started talking to me about it. And then from there, I tried to like stop picking fights on school, you know? Like little stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, I was always worried about some other kid getting in a fight and how the story played out. It was my own damn kid that got in the most trouble. These kids tried to jump him one time, and he ended up cracking one of them's skull. That was an ordeal. And then another time, these kids had been jacking with him for a few days, and he starched one of them pretty good. Like his military service was in trouble, but I don't know. I wasn't going to let him be a bitch about it, so I made him go over to that kid's family's house and apologize to his mother. And that was just kind of something we talked about around the gym from time to time because, you know, as a grown man, you know, these situations are going to come up.
Right.
Even if you do everything right, you know, everybody knows you're a boxer. In some sense, there's a target on your back. And, but I just always try to tell these guys, listen, a lot of these cats, they watched UFC Saturday night, and so they think they know what can happen, and they don't know what can happen. And, you know, you guys that are training every day, if you're any kind of person and you do that to somebody, you ought to be ashamed of yourself because it does not feel very good to beat on somebody that don't belong in there with you. I mean, but as it turns out, the only person I really had to have that conversation with was my own kids. The kid with Angel, with the kid calling him a beaner, is like, well, I'd have punched him too. No, that's different. And I've always told him that, you know, we can yell, we can call names. If they touch you, they're under a different set of rules. Yeah. If you're trying to get away and they try to stop you, it's the same as them swinging at you. And I'll go to the school, I'll go to the cop shop. Like, you know, some of these guys, you know, like in terms of that target on your back, some of them just aren't going to quit. until they find out.
Yeah. I mean, he always been like, yo, if anything happens, just let me know and I got your back, you know? Yeah. And then he's like, I have some couple situations, personal situation, and I have Richard talk to me and open my mind, you know, different view. You know, this one stopped me for a lot of fights. Like, hey, Joe, it's not worth it. I'm just like, let me go. You know, he's like my big brother, you know?
Right.
Yeah, he plays a big part in my life daily.
Do you have brothers and sisters? Like,
No, I'm my only child. I'm my only child, yeah.
well, so you're a saving grace, man. So, I mean, did you at least, now that he grew up not knowing English, did you at least learn some Spanish, like being able to work with him?
Actually, yeah.
But poquito.
Yeah.
Very little, huh?
Mm-hmm. Very little, but now I can understand some of the words they say. I can't really speak it, but some of the words I hear so often that now I know when his mom sometimes speaks in Spanish, sometimes she talks to me because she's talking in Spanish to him, and then she starts talking to me.
Right.
You
know she's mad when she says a certain word.
Yes, or when she says "get over here," I know how that is phrased now.
Oh man!
So it's like I kind of pick up.
You probably at his house a lot, especially growing up. Like she probably cooked like all the different foods.
Yeah.
Well, how
No,
hard
it
was that?
At my grandma's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we most of the time for food we go to my grandma's. Like for Mexican food we go to my grandma's.
Mm-hmm.
You can never get me away from a bowl of mole. Like that's
Yeah.
But
So like, and you said you watched the first episode with Richard and I. That was his first time ever doing a podcast. But he said on there that I asked him if there's anything that like he could point out about himself that would make him stand out to like if he had to sell himself to like a kid. What would you say would be the selling point for Richard growing up with him? I mean, obviously you said he was almost like a father figure to you. He's been there for you, like he got you into the boxing world. What would you say, like if somebody was looking for a boxing gym, why should they go to Richard?
There's so many things why they should go to him. First of all, there's so many coaches out here. I'm not saying just in Hutch. I'm saying around the nation. I don't got names. I don't got, you know what I'm talking about? But there's a lot of them, they just don't tell you the truth. They just be like, you're in the ring. You're the best. You do this. You do that. You can do this. You can do that. But Richard's going to tell you straight out, hey, dude, you have to do this and do that if you want to win this fight. If not, don't even waste my time. You know, he keep it honest.
False sense of hope. He didn't want to give you that.
Yeah. He don't want to. I feel like he don't want to give you like, oh yeah, this is winnable. This is because me personally, I have a situation like that. It was a period of time where I couldn't make weight, and there was 2 opponents, and I was like, I went to him and I was like, do you think I can win this fight? You know what I'm talking about? He was like, yeah, if you do that, I ended up don't having the decision, but the fight went like how he told me it was gonna go. Like he's like, "You're good too," you know what I'm talking about? Like he told me the truth. He keep it honest with me. He doesn't have no favors. He doesn't have like, oh, because you're a national champ, you get treated this way. Because you're work hard. No, if you work hard, you work hard. You know, like everything is the same. Everybody gets the same treatment. You know.
Right. What about you, Nehemiah?
I mean,
why should they go to Enemy Boxing Club? It just opened. You've been open just over a month now.
Yeah,
so
about a month.
I guess. I mean, you said you were at another gym. Is that right? Or do you train at Enemy also?
Yeah, I train at Enemy.
Okay, so why should somebody come to Enemy and train with you and Richard and Angel?
Well, one, it's gonna be hard work, and we're striving towards something. So our gym is gonna keep getting better, and he keeps watching, film. He always keeps up to date on the USA boxing stuff, so you don't have to worry about anything but getting better. He's gonna provide a workout for that. Like he doesn't slack at all. He keeps looking forward, and there's no like barriers. He tells you how it is, and that as a boxer means a lot than just them saying something, then you find out later down the line that it's not what they said at all. When he says he's going to do something, he does it. And that's the most important thing.
Well, he said he wasn't anybody's friend, but from what I'm gathering here, he's got more friends than he thinks he does. So,
Yeah.
Story of my life. No, like I said, it's not like I planned it this way. It happened organically, you know, the hard line in the gym. I really believe that because I've had about a month to think about it now. Because some days I hate it. It's like, man,
well, that's why I think
it's
like
5:40. I got to be out there in a couple minutes. But at some point, you begin to trust it. And yeah, I've always treated everybody the same.
Well, I think when I asked you that first time, you obviously you were new to this.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I mean, this is really how it is. But like when you had time to think about it after I've asked it so far to everybody that's been on. So Efren, I don't think Chief would be a good representative. Would be able to.
No, he's never been in my gym.
So like, Efren
always
said,
been a big supporter.
But Efren said, I mean, you're going to tell it how it is. Like, oh, you're tired. Well, you got to keep going.
Well, and I don't want to. You know, there's those people that have the tough guy attitude. I'm going to tell you how it is. That's not how I view it. I just view it as being honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to say something I don't believe.
Right. You're not going to give them a false sense of hope.
Well, and it's like we all know those people that, you know, for example, as parents, we feel like we should be supportive of our kids no matter what. And I see it all the time. These parents overestimate their kid's ability. And whether the kid did good or bad, say the kid did terrible, you know, the parents will put out these Facebook posts, oh, they're killing it, they're the best there. And it's like that kid knows that they failed. And they know that what you're saying isn't true. And I think it gets to where the kid doesn't trust you. Doesn't trust what you say, and that is not the kind of situation you want to have in the middle of a fist fight. Mm-hmm. If these guys do bad, I don't run them into the ground, but you know we gotta address it. We gotta address where we failed, what we didn't do well. But because we address those things and we talk about those things, I think they know they can believe me when I say you did good. You went out there and you rocked it, man. And I just, like I said, it all kind of happened organically. I didn't know that it would be that valuable 6 years down the line. I just knew that, and I don't even know how I knew. I knew that being honest was the best way forward.
That's probably how you probably grew up learning too.
To a degree, yeah. I was raised by a pack of wild humans, Bobby. But, you know, and it hasn't all been sunshine and rainbows. I mean, we've had our arguments. We've been on the outs. We've been all those things. And I just, you know, you never want to do those things. You never want to drop the hammer down, but it's a little different situation. You know, like I said, they were kids back then. I know the first time I kicked Angel out of the gym, it's like, no, I don't give a shit what you won. You will respect me. And, you know, he's gone for a little bit. And then, you know, come back, we talk. And then the second time, I left. Yeah. And was gone for a little bit, but we talked. And the communication between me and any of the boxers has always been open. It's always been open. I've never shut the door on any of them completely. Like, I've done things that upset them. They've done things that have upset me. But it's like, no, we get together, we'll talk about it, and we'll figure it out. And so I'm thankful that the situation is what it is. You know, I didn't know I was doing a lot of the things right, but I guess it kind of works out that I was. And so I'm happy about that, and I'm thankful for that. So,
well, before we actually get to some promoting stuff and kind of shouting out Diamond Cutz, did you guys have anything you guys want to promote? Like, I'm going to tag some of your fights in like the YouTube channel, like links or whatever. So I'll put that in the video, all that stuff. Is there anything you guys want to like shout out or anything like that from your experience over in Bangkok, or you over dealing with any of your matches that you have coming up, or if you plan on anything? Now's the time.
Golden Gloves.
Go ahead. Go first.
Well, I am going to fight at the Golden Gloves Regional in, is April?
Yeah. I think, I don't know if there's somebody else in his weight class at the state level. We don't know yet. They're not going to close that till the 25th. But even if there is, we're training for him to win it, and I think he will. And then he moves on to the regional. We kind of know a little bit about our opponent there. I think that's very much a winnable fight also for Nehemiah, and I think he'll be representing Kansas at the National Golden Gloves here in a couple months.
That's a 2-day tournament type thing, or is that like a week?
Nationals is a week.
Oh, okay. So that's in April.
Yeah.
May, isn't it?
Yeah. The Nationals is.
Yeah. The regional is in April.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I'm gonna be here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna promote. I'm gonna start selling desserts. Some tahini with chamoy. I'm gonna start selling them soon.
You're selling what?
Tahini,
Like
fresh
chamoy,
fruit.
like chamoyadas.
Gotcha.
Some Mexican dessert.
Yeah, my wife likes that stuff. I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan of the chamoy. It's not my thing.
No,
It's too sour for me.
No, we're gonna make
Try.
like different, like
Yeah.
ones with tahini, ones with not. I'm gonna start selling.
And is that going to be like
What a guy.
I'm gonna start posting on
at your
Facebook.
house? Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
like
do it
I-
at your house, or is it going to
Yeah,
be
like
okay.
you can do pickups and I can do sometimes deliver. It
Okay.
depends how
Hell,
far you.
we could probably come down here and sell them in front of
Yeah,
sell
probably.
them here.
Yeah, probably we can do that.
Yeah, but I'll tag I'll probably have to get with you. Tell me what links I should put in the video description of his fights that he had while he was
Yeah,
in
we'll just have to
Bangkok.
look them up. I mean, trust me, I've spent hundreds of dollars buying
way-
fights.
That way I put the right link in there, so that way people can see. It's hard to find some of those matches, especially if you don't know what time you actually fight. Like,
Yeah, I got the time. down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know where we'd purchase the world boxing ones, unless we just get them off YouTube.
Yeah, you can get them. You can get them on
tag the
YouTube.
links.
Yeah, you can get them on YouTube. You can just put like U19 World.
Oh, Taylor Higgins. That's the guy that's always, he does commentary on all of them.
Oh yeah,
You showed that, the guy you showed me.
yeah. He always posted. He always be posting like at the top level, and like people. Like he posted me a couple of times.
Well, I'll tag those videos in the description of this video. But why don't we get to the promotion of one Enemy Boxing Club? Then you have G&M Promotions that's putting on this event coming up in October, and then you have a raffle that's right behind Angel and.
Yeah, well, right now, we're raffling off a Springfield Saint.
I don't want to get flagged,
This
so don't
AR
pick it up.
back here. It's got a green dot sight, comes with, I believe, 4 extra mags.
Yeah, there's 2 that were in the pouch.
Yeah, and then 2 in the pouch, and then the 2 there.
Wait,
I took those out of the pouches, by the way.
Oh,
I put them on the table, just so you knew.
okay.
get it right.
Raffle tickets, you can buy them at Diamond Cutz Barber Shop, or you can send a message to Enemy Boxing on Facebook. We'll get you some tickets. That drawing's going to go until April 17th.
And the funds are going to promote.
Well, the funds are we're going to buy an Airbnb for the JOs and the national championships. That's what the funds are for. We want to have them paid for long before we go, just so when it comes time to train for these events, we want to train. We don't want to be sending boxers out scrambling to make money. So we want to get it done now. That way it's done. And then as far as G&M Promotions, got my promoter's license, got my matchmaker's license, we got all that stuff done. I'm planning on going around and meeting with fighters next month. It's going to be a busy month for me. Start signing contracts. After that, we're going to start looking for sponsors. If you would like to sponsor a fight, as in, bout 1, bout 2, get a hold of me. We got some pretty good deals, I believe, for sponsorship. We'll have a canvas. We want to put sponsors on the canvas and things like that. We want to take care of our sponsors. And we got tables for sale at a good price. Right now, we have a handful of local professional fighters that are going to fight on this show. Of course, it doesn't matter till the paperwork's signed, but I'm sure we'll get it signed. And then we're looking at a 4 or 5 bout amateur show. to go along with the pro portion of it. And we're looking to get Angel and Nehemiah and a couple other guys from our gym on there. Enemy
on the car?
Huh?
Like on the car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Enemy Boxing, we're still training Monday through Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. at 715 West 19th. You can get a hold of us online if you'd like to join. It's a good program. There's good people there, good coaches there. And, well, I mean, I'd also like to add that it's a serious place. If you're the type of person that wants to go compete and wants to go try to win something, that's the place for you. It's not the Boys and Girls Club. We train to win and we work hard and there's some good things that can come out of that. So yeah, if you're interested, get a hold of us. Other than that, we will have some shirts for sale here within the next week or so. Those are going to be at Diamond Cutz Barber Shop. And they'll also be online. And me and Nemo are working on a little side deal. We're trying to put a website together and sell some boxing equipment, so be on the lookout for that too.
I can make websites, by the way.
Yeah.
If you want a website, you know where I'm at.
If you're going to website, get right with Nemo.
Yeah, and then also, I'm trying to help Angel out. Angel's got some stuff he's trying to sell to promote himself also, his brand, Box or Die. We're working on coming up with some stuff for that. And, it's a partnership between him and I. I mean, we can't do all this stuff for free, but a lot of that's going to be to give to Angel and his competitive boxing career. And I'm sure Nemo's not far behind him with coming up with a brand of his own. So you guys be on the lookout for that and, support these boxers out of Hutch. They work hard and they're representing their town well. And I think we should all be proud of them.
And I think there was one other thing you had mentioned on a quick phone call we had. You were talking about trying to work on a scholarship program.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. So this idea started a long, long time ago when I was running Reno County Boxing. I wanted to have some kind of fund for these boxers for their education because there's no scholarships out there for these guys. There's football scholarships, basketball scholarships, baseball scholarships. There's nothing for boxing. USA Boxing offers a $1,500 scholarship, but in terms of 2 and 4 year degrees, that's not very much. And so I've been in touch with the bank. We're going to start a fund where people can donate to. And the board at Enemy Boxing Club, we're going to establish some criteria that guys have to meet to make them eligible for that scholarship. But that's what we want to do. I'm a big believer in, education after high school. And I didn't used to be. I learned that lesson the hard way. I worked in the oil field my whole life. And then I ended up having to quit. And that, employers would ask me, what are your skills? I can stay out here longer than any one of you guys.
Hard work.
Yeah, give me a hammer and some duct tape and I'll keep this shit running. It's not really conducive to the real world. And I've always told these boxers, doesn't matter how tough you are if you can't graduate high school. Any adult will tell you graduating high school was the easiest thing they ever did. And so...
Well, but I feel like when people say high school is easy, I feel like it's because the sports, because they say I used to do sports too, but the sports is different. The sports that they do in there, in the sport of boxing, this is not a sport, this is a lifestyle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like some people would say graduating of high school is easy. Last year, I was in the airport my whole summer. I didn't got time to be on the computer, doing stuff. These kids have I don't know, I'm a kid too, but these people my age got more time to spend on the school, study, have that free, a little free time, We don't. Because if we don't train, we gonna get out work,
Yeah. But yeah, to your two Angels point, I mean, these guys are on the road almost every weekend. You know, boxers that compete at Angels level, you know, he's going to be out of the country 2 or 3 times this year. And those are a month at a time. And there is, as his coach, you know, and as his friend, I do have an expectation of him that he keep up on his studies. But then he spent all this time competing and training. Where's the money supposed to come from for him to go to trade school or whatever it is he wants to do? Because at some point, the competitive life ends. You know, you'll always be competing in your head. You'll never be done competing in your head, but you'll wake up one day and competing's done with you. And so I want to have something in place for these boxers to help them out in the future. So once that deal kind of comes together more and I have more information, we're going to be promoting that. And, you know, it'd be a totally transparent thing. I think there's a lot of horror stories on how funds of this type can go. Like the money gets misused or whatever the scenario is, but it'll be completely transparent. You know, our financials will always be open to anybody that has any questions. There's no way that I don't ever want to even be accused of something like that. So as that deal comes together more, we'll have more information, but that's one of the big things I've been working on the past week or so. But yeah, I'm excited about it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was something big that you wanted to talk about or not. So I was like, well, I guess
I'd actually forgot about it. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I got to go up there and see her tomorrow.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No,
I was like, say we were talking about it yesterday after we were done.
Yeah.
All this stuff.
Well, like I said, it was something I wanted to do a long time ago at Reno County Boxing. But man, you know, in the gym every night, on the road every weekend, working full time. You know, I have 2 kids of my own. I've been a single parent since 2012.
Thinking about it makes you forget to think about it.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, that's all I got.
Well, first we'll say thanks again to Diamond Cutz Barber Shop for letting us record here. It's a lot better than sitting in a hot box in a bedroom that I have set up in my house. With 4 bodies in there, it had gotten pretty heated. But I can actually, if you ever need it for future, I have room for 3 of us since we have extra mics, and I've got the room set up a little bit differently to where 2 people are facing each other. So keep that in mind if you needed to do it. Same with you guys. Thanks again for coming on. If you guys ever wanted to come on and promote something, just reach out you can hit me up on Facebook, or you can get a hold of him and he can get a hold of me, and we'll work something out if you guys need to do something. But we were actually talking a little bit ago that they were thinking about starting their own podcast, like just them 2 just sitting around talking, shooting the shit.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
So, but if you guys ever need any type of resource or anything like that, just hit me up, or get a hold of him to get a hold of me. That's totally up to you. But I'll be here. But yeah, thanks again for coming on. Do you guys have social media accounts or anything like that?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead. What's your socials?
Mine is Gabo Blancarte, Gabbo Blancarte.
Okay.
Instagram?
Yeah, that's Instagram.
Okay.
What about you?
Facebook as well too.
Nehemiah Chapman. And people probably don't know how to spell my name, so it's Nehemiah.
Maybe you should just change it to Nemo.
Yeah, well,
right.
in Nebraska,
Finding Nemo.
in Nebraska, he's known as Nemo the Nuke.
Yeah, sadly.
Do you have a nickname, Andrew?
Yeah, some guy put me the Aztec.
The Aztec?
Yeah, because he said like at the time before my weight class, I was tall and like had long hair. So,
I thought it was.
You have
blue.
hair like Gene. I don't know if he's got Gene Simmons hair. Like, look him up next time you get a chance. Just look up Gene Simmons. Like, he's a rock
The
star.
bass guitarist for Kiss.
Yeah. You have this hair. I mean, you don't look anything like him, but you definitely have his hairstyle going. So
yeah.
But no, thanks again for coming on, and finish your name, by the way. He didn't get to finish spelling.
Sorry.
Chapman.
Nehemiah. N-E-M.
Oh no, Nehemiah. Yeah.
And then Chapman's just common spelling.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, make sure you go follow them on Instagram. Do you guys have YouTube channels yet?
No, not yet. We
Get
haven't
some of
started.
them YouTube. You got websites, but no YouTube channel. That's cool.
Yeah, we probably start one soon, probably.
Yeah. But make sure you guys are following them on socials and keep up with us. Follow us on Chubby Buddy Studio on Facebook, Instagram, and then also on YouTube. That's where you can hear this, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, all those others. But thanks again, Diamond Cutz and Enemy Boxing Club. And thanks again, Richard.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah. And stay tuned in for the Golden Gloves because Nemo's already, he's getting ready to make a big
right.
thing.
We got some reclaiming to do, fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys later.